Coming up on Hashtag That, we update you on the highs and lows of the entertainment world.
And we tell you about the events that took place on campus this week. We are your source for Quinnipiac entertainment news.
Welcome to Hashtag That. I'm Joel Vanner.
And I'm Marissa Davis. Quinnipiac students lit up the dance floor this past Wednesday night at Student Programming Board's Glow Party. Students reunited with friends after winter break in BurtCon Court for a night of dancing. SPB provided students with glow sticks and dimmed the lights to make the dance floor glow. The DJ played all of today's top songs to make for a fun, low-key night with friends.
The Student Programming Board held a paint night last Saturday. This paint night provided an outlet for students to express their creative side to celebrate making it to the first weekend of the semester. SPB ran out of spots in both of their sessions, which were held in the piazza at 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Painters were able to paint a landscape with a tree and a sunset. Much like other SPB events, there was no cost associated with participating. This week has provided some positive and negative news in the entertainment world.
Colin Ronan explains it all in this week's Highs and Lows update.
Thanks, guys. Colin Ronan here for this episode's edition of Highs and Lows. With the beginning of a new semester here at Hashtag That, we're going to start you off on a good note with this week's entertainment news highs. Our first story of the week is the Taylor Swift and Zayn collab. It's here and fans are officially loving it. The song, entitled I Don't Want to Live Forever, is a promotional tune for 50 Shades Darker, the sequel to 2015's 50 Shades of Grey, based on the best-selling book series by E.L. James. The song, officially released this Friday, has already shot to the top of the iTunes charts, and if you're hungry for more, make sure to check out the rest of the soundtrack for the movie, which features tracks from Nick Jonas, Sia, Nicki Minaj, John Legend, and more. Our next story features some disappointing news for all the Bachelor in Paradise fans, as the show's beloved bartender Jorge Moreno won't be returning for Season 4 of the program. Moreno was a comforting presence for contestants and fans alike, working not only as the show's bartender, but as their unofficial therapist. Always looking to lend his help to anyone who needed a hand or a drink. ABC's flagship program is certainly going to miss Jorge, but I speak for all the fans out there when I say we wish him the best in the future. In further lows this week, users of the widely popular photo-sharing app VSCO have a reason to be upset. Consumers have been without function of the program since Friday, as the app is currently undergoing maintenance. VSCO, which is a direct competitor to Instagram, gives users the ability to post their own photos, while also giving people the ability to add other users' photos in their personal collection. Hopefully these problems will be resolved soon. I'm sure there are plenty of syllabus week photos users are still dying to post. Ending this week on a high note, NBC's The Voice has announced their advisors for their upcoming Season 12, and the list is star-studded. Celine Dion, DJ Khaled, John Legend, and Luke Bryan have agreed to appear on the show and help the 4 existing judges and their contestants during the program's battle rounds. With Season 12 beginning on February 27th, make sure to tune in and see your favorite musicians take the judges' chairs and decide who's America's next pop star. That's it for this week's Highs and Lows. Back to you guys at the desk.
I was surprised about the VSCO problems this week. I remember I was logging on, I was trying to check my feed, and it was not working. I thought it was only me.
I have to admit, I haven't been on VSCO in a while. I tend to only go on when I want to post like a batch of photos.
Yeah.
And I end up going to VSCO
time.
before Instagram. The only thing I don't like is that you have to buy filters. Sometimes they come out with free ones, but
They're all like, most of them. I always use the free ones.
I know, but if you go to the store, they show like these sample photos and they look so cool, and you're like, I want that filter, but then it's $2.99, and I don't want that filter anymore.
I personally don't watch The Voice very often, but DJ Khaled on The Voice is going to be unreal. Let me tell you that much. That will make for real entertainment.
I only know one song by him, and it's the All I Do Is Win, 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 no matter what, and I can relate to that song. But John Legend, amazing.
Great. Honestly,
I love when they turn around in the chair.
Prime music.
Yeah. Now Brooke Riley is here with the latest and strangest tech updates. Brooke?
Hey guys, Brooke Riley here. There are a lot of exciting updates coming to the world of technology soon. L'Oreal is creating a smart hairbrush. There will be sensors in the brush that indicate the quality of the user's hair and measures the effects of different ways to care for hair. It will cost under $200. However, people are debating whether or not this product is really necessary. L'Oreal says that hair breakage is one of their biggest beauty concerns. The product is sure to help limit the amount of split ends that women see in their hair. Personally, I think this is a great idea. I always see split ends in my hair, so this would help me figure out what works for my hair and what doesn't. Netflix has developed a hack called MindFix that allows people to use very little movement to control the TV. The device is a headband that people can use to scroll through shows by slightly moving their heads. This will make binge-watching shows very easy. It is still in its beginning stages, so the release date of the product has not yet been decided, as much work is still needed to be done in the development of this. This sounds like an interesting idea, but I think it's going a little overboard. It is already easy to just use a remote. Having people nod their heads is pure laziness. WhatsApp is in the process of developing a messaging service that allows users to take back what they text after it is already sent. It will only work if the message has not yet been read. This feature is currently in its testing stages. They are also developing features that remind users of updated Snapchat stories and location tracking that allows users to track the locations of people in their group chats. These features are not guaranteed to become available in the near future. I think that taking back a message after it's already sent is a great idea because I always send messages by accident before I'm done writing what I want to say. The Snapchat story notifications might get a little annoying, but it's a thoughtful idea. Location tracking can get a little bit creepy if someone you don't know accidentally gets a hold of your location, but overall these new ideas sound interesting. That's all I have for technology updates. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Brooke. For this week's cultural controversy, we're talking about political news, everybody's favorite. People have been starting to boycott Starbucks. Recently, the popular coffee chain made a statement taking a stand against President Donald Trump's ban on immigrants. This past Sunday, Starbucks announced their plan to hire 10,000 refugees within the next 5 years. Some customers were supportive, but others were threatening to boycott the company. Those who don't support this action say they should be hiring American veterans who won't have a job first. After the hashtag boycott Starbucks began trending, the company released a statement saying they have a veterans program that supports veterans and their families. Yet the hashtag was still trending throughout the weekend. So, how do you feel about that, Marissa? I think that it was a bold move by Starbucks to put in place something that kind of goes against a very controversial topic. You know, apparently we want refugees out, but you know, Starbucks plans to hire refugees.
They're bringing them in. I don't know. I think it's interesting. I think that there's a pretty decently strong argument on both sides, I guess, for people that. Well, actually, I don't know. It's hard to say. I can see.
Do you know what I think? I think a worker is a worker, and no matter where you come from, if you do the job, you're a worker.
Yeah, I agree with that, honestly. I'd say that that's probably the right idea to have about this. When we come back, we go head-to-head to see who knows Q30 tweets best.
And we have this week's edition of Trending Topics. Stay with us.
Hello, Quinnipiac hockey fans, and welcome to the Neutral Zone.
Definitely St. Lawrence, and I think you're going to see the test coming up real soon.
They might be having a bit of an adjustment issue without that CBS line, but don't count them out.
At High Point Solutions Arena in Game 2 of Quinnipiac vs. Northeastern Series.
It's 9:30 Eastern, and you know what that means. Sports Pause is on the air.
Ball played up the middle. Iman Whalen with a little cheat off the pipe.
Preseason just boils down to going after another national championship and not necessarily focusing on the one before.
MJ, it is time for our favorite part of the show. It's the top 5 plays of the week, brought to you by B&D Deli, home of the Q-Dog.
Let's talk about the first play you want to break down.
Yeah, let's break it down right away.
But the one name I'm going to throw out there is a freshman, Mika Maples.
Coming up on hashtag that.
We are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news. Coming up on Bobcat Breakdown.
And welcome into Studio 125.
So what?
Points. If you score 40 points in a basketball game, we all know you play Quinnipiac Intramurals. We all know you love to shoot the rock.
Well, if you think that's the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard, what I'm about to say, I guess, is going to be pretty ridiculous in your book. But I'm going to say yes, there is a controversy.
Line, getting ready to punch the ball as it lands right in front of another Monmouth player.
Social media has been filled with posts about Doomsday, the Super Bowl, and the latest meme.
Hannah Cotter has this week's trending topics.
Hey guys, there's been a lot going on lately on social media, but I'm here today to talk about 3 prominent trends that I've noticed online. The first one is the Twitter sensation Salt Bae, a Turkish chef named Nusret Koçe who posts videos of himself dramatically beating and seasoning his steaks. He finesses some intricate knife skills and definitely could be a contender for the #1 meme of the year so far. People are going wild. His seasoning sprinkle is already becoming a trademark trend in the Twitterverse. Another thing that has people buzzing is Super Bowl 51, taking place on Sunday, February 5th in Dallas between the Patriots and the Falcons. It's going to come down to Tom Brady versus Matt Ryan, and some are calling it the best quarterback matchup in Super Bowl history. My money's on the Pats. Lady Gaga will be performing at halftime, which will attract an entirely new crowd. She hasn't released her set list yet, but fans are hoping there will be some songs off of her new album, Joanne. It's made recent headlines that the Doomsday Clock has shifted from 3 minutes to midnight to a new setting of 2.5 minutes to midnight, the closest it's been in over 50 years. The idea of the clock came from the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists and was built in 1947 and set to 7 minutes to midnight. And after atomic bomb scares in the 50s, the clock ticked closer and closer to midnight until the 80s when Mikhail Gorbachev assumed leadership of the USSR and eased tensions about nuclear war. Climate change has been a threat to the clock lately, and with new players, North Korea and possibly Iran, global danger looms. That's all I have for today. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Hannah. Social media is a good place to get updated on trending topics, but it's also useful for keeping up with your friends' lives.
We read our friends' tweets all the time, but today we're going to see who knows their peers best by trying to match the Q30 number to the tweet. So she was already very happy just sitting down on the quad in the sun, but then a pug sat down next to her, and that is the best day of her life.
The best day of her life. I think that kind of gives it away. Can I take a guess at which Q30 member this is?
Sure.
It's Alex Tagliari.
I was going to say Alex too.
Were you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Alex Tagliari.
I mean, a pug, like,
hit her with a follow.
That would make anyone's day. Do you want to read this one?
Sharing a room with my 12-year-old sister is like being trapped in a Limited 2 store. What is that?
You don't know what Limited 2 is?
No.
I know that's not Kayla. Can I take a guess? Can I take a guess?
Yeah.
Brenna.
I'm gonna say Brenna too. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
I can't believe you don't know what Limited 2 is.
No.
Great store. Great store.
Go ahead.
Uses Snapchat text bar to strategically cover double chin. Doesn't everyone do that?
Ooh, Cullen, Kirby, or Tags.
I think are you gonna say what I'm gonna say?
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Cullen.
Kirby. Oh no, we weren't. Wait,
yes.
Whoever screenshotted this doesn't follow Cullen.
I knew it. I literally knew it. I knew it. On Thursday, the CW premiered its
No, we have one more.
Oh.
Got it. I don't even know what Express is. I wish we just skipped this and kept going. Got a $75 purchase at Express today for $6.51.
I so know who this is.
It's the girl standing in front of me. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Kayla Heavey.
Because I know she loves Express.
New Year, same. I know this.
New Year,
I know
same
this one.
dad jokes. This is definitely.
All right, let's show the options.
Kirby
Cue the options.
It has to be Kirby, right?
Wrong.
I'm gonna say Kirby.
Really? I'm gonna go with Paul.
Aww.
I think we're tied. I have some funny jokes
man.
too. At Joel Vanner, follow me.
On the Thursday, the CW premiered its newest show, Riverdale. Alex Tagliari watched it and is here to tell us what she thinks.
Thanks guys, I'm Alex Tagliari, here to review the newest show on the channel CW. The show is called Riverdale and it is a modern interpretation of the well-known Archie comics. It takes place in a high school in the small town of Riverdale, and you can kind of think of it as a mix between Pretty Little Liars and Twin Peaks, in the sense that it's set around a mysterious death of a student at a high school. In Riverdale, a twin brother dies in a boating accident, which is later found to have malicious undertones, and the show takes place with the characters trying to figure out what's going on and who did it. Although the main plot centers around the mystery of the student's death, it also has the typical components of your standard CW drama. So there's love triangles, there's the clash between the jocks and the mean girls, and there's the secrets that all teenagers have between their friends and between their families. In addition, it is Cole Sprouse's return to television. He hasn't done any acting since he was in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. So if you were a fan of that show, you should check it out and see what he's been up to since. The show is a very different tone than The Sweet Life, so it's interesting to see Cole in that kind of role. I highly recommend watching the show, and I hope you like it as much as I did. Back to you guys at the desk.
We know all the latest national and entertainment news, but there's always some strange headlines that tend to go under the radar.
That is correct. Richie Augustononi, wow, has your weird news update with a touch of satire.
Thanks, guys. New Zealand Breakers basketball player Akil Mitchell suffered a scary injury yesterday after his eye popped out of the socket on a defensive rebound. However, the Breakers coach seemed to enjoy his player's effort, saying Akil was really keeping his eye on the ball. A driver was pulled over for speeding in Western Australia earlier this week. When the officer asked why they were speeding, the driver claimed that the wind was pushing them to go faster. This wasn't the first time someone being blown got them out of a ticket. A 52-year-old man was charged with robbery after he left the table at a casino in order to rob the bank next door for more money. He threatened the bank saying he had a bomb. However, the tellers couldn't call his bluff. His poker face was just too damn good. A Mississippi lawmaker is trying to make saggy pants illegal. His official statement on the issue was, hat to the side, pants on the ground, looking like a fool with said pants earlier on the ground. The new show Killing Bigfoot has been met with harsh criticism as researchers debate the morality of killing Bigfoot. Well, they better decide soon, as there's another show coming out on the same channel called Holy We Killed Bigfoot. The Chinese New Year is often the busiest time of year for fake girlfriends. Yes, you heard me right. As many young men go home to their families for the holidays, they feel pressured to bring someone home special. So they decide to bring home a fake girlfriend. You know, it is the year of the rooster, so I probably should have written a cock joke here. A woman was charged with trespassing and vandalism. She apparently smeared bananas on several parked cars in the area she was trespassing. She will also be charged with second-degree monkey business, which carries up to 25 years in prison. People are improving themselves through new types of yoga. Beer yoga is the trend that began in Australia, and it seems to have people excited. Some of the poses including beer salutations and balancing beer bottles on people's heads. I'm going to try to combine one thing I like and hate to get more exercise. I wonder how porn karate will go. A man in Germany crashed a tractor through a wall in order to get to his safe on the other side. After getting to the safe, he realized how bad his getaway plan was, since he drove there on a tractor. Taco Bell is launching a new type of taco shell made completely out of fried chicken. The good folks at Taco Bell are really coming up with great ways to kill us. Now back to Joel and Marissa at the desk.
Speaking of weird news, we have some weird holidays to share with you all. The 4th of February is Creative Vacuum Day, and I have to say I am kind of excited for that. I hope it's not like a space vacuum, but an actual vacuum cleaner. I've always wanted to make my own dirt devil. I mean, like, I used to follow my mom around the house when she was vacuuming when I was a little kid. Because I always wanted to vacuum, but she never would let me, because she's one of those moms that she has to clean the house and she can't let me do it.
Interesting. Well, on February 7th, I will definitely be celebrating this. It is Wave All Your Fingers at Your Neighbor Day. So, anybody who lives in Village near like the 530s?
Hey, neighbor.
I'll be seeing you.
Oh, it's like that. The 13th is Get a New Name Day. I won't be celebrating that, unfortunately. I think I'm going to have to sleep through that day. I like my name.
Yeah, I'm probably
It's
probably
one
not
syllable.
To celebrate. It's too much work.
But Marissa's really common. You should think about celebrating.
All right, and then on February 20th, we have Hootie Hoo Day, which is at noon. You are going to wave your hands over your head and chant Hootie Hoo to bring in springtime.
No, I won't be doing that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be doing that one.
When we come back, we debate some of the biggest music artists.
Who's better, Ed Sheeran or James Bay? And what bands do we like best? We debate that and more after the break.
up on Bobcat Breakdown.
Coming up on Bobcat Breakdown.
And welcome into Studio 125.
So what? So what? If you score 40 points in a basketball game, we all know you play Quinnipiac intramurals. We all know you love to shoot the rock.
Well, if you think that's the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard, what I'm about to say, I guess, is going to be pretty ridiculous in your book, but I'm going to say yes, there is a controversy.
I'm line, getting ready to punch the ball as it lands right in front of another Monumental player.
Some of today's most well-known celebrities are popular female singers. It is impossible to ignore the presence of women like Beyonce, Adele, Ariana Grande, and Sia and Rihanna on the music scene. Adele is the proud owner of 10 Grammys and is tied with Beyonce for the most categories won in a single night at the Grammys. Ariana Grande has nearly 44 million followers on Twitter and just over 95 million followers on Instagram. These talented female musicians have created a lasting impact on the music industry and have paved the way for many female singers to come. So,
Your favorite?
Who's
Go
your
ahead.
fave?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to say Adele, 100%.
Adele, really? Really?
Adele is phenomenal. Wait, can I just say why I think she's so phenomenal? Really
I guess.
So instead of getting on stage in a skimpy outfit and like dancing around, Adele straight up gets on stage, stands in the middle, and just sings. Like that just takes phenomenal talent to hold an entire concert with just, she's not like, she's a performer, but she doesn't dance around and go crazy. All she has is like her voice, and her voice is so amazing that I would literally sit in a concert area and listen to her sing for 5 hours straight, even if she never moved once.
Okay, well, you've probably never heard of her,
Yep.
but it's Mo, and she sings in the song with Major Lazer called Lean On, and that's like the only song I know by her. But when you sit and you listen to the song and her part comes on, like I can literally sit there and just listen, like just that on repeat.
But I
It
don't
like
feel like
sends something through your spine, you
she's
know?
not like well known enough to like, she hasn't like made her way enough to like really.
And she's only featured, like it's not even her song.
Yeah, so I don't know how you can really say she's your favorite. Like how many other songs of hers do you personally enjoy?
I just said I only know that one. I wouldn't pick.
Is she your favorite singer?
I would not pick Adele though. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. I don't know how you can say.
Do we
that
have
you
the
wouldn't
results
pick
for the
Adele.
poll? Wow.
I
right.
think that speaks for itself, right? Who was the 60% that voted for that, for his? I want to know,
Me.
honestly.
Me.
All right.
Male singers have soft sides too, and especially when paired with just a guitar and piano, they can sound just as relaxing as female singers often do. Pacific Standard cites that in 2011, male singers had 238 hit songs, while female singers only had 182.
All right. You tell me who yours is first. Who's your fave?
I like James Bay.
All right, I like Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
Are you seeing a trend here? I feel like Adele and Ed Sheeran are like pretty similar.
They're too mainstream. I think that's your trend.
I'm sorry. You know your favorite female artist. You know one song. And she's
We're on
featured in
male.
it.
We're on male, and I picked James Bay. I think he has a great voice. He puts you in the feels all the time, and not only is it feel song, but it can also be pump up song if you're listening it.
So can Ed
listening
Sheeran.
it. Come on, listening to it in the car with your friends.
Ed Sheeran's song "Castle on the Hill" literally makes me feel like I grew up in the like hills and fields of England, and I'm from Massachusetts. He he really puts me there.
This says a lot.
Yeah, like he literally like that song. I listen to that song in my car, and I like tears streamed out my face.
Are you
because
on
he's
the
just-
A-team?
He's so wonderful.
Are you on the A-team to see like the shape of you?
Honestly, Ed Sheeran is so phenomenal. Adele and Ed Sheeran just make me a soundtrack of the two of their songs, and I could listen to it for the rest of my life, no problem.
We're gonna
So
see the
some-
results
oh.
now. Why do I always lose at everything?
Yeah, once again, I don't
Certainly,
know who
I will
the-
find a co-host out there who likes James Bay just as much as I do.
Yeah, I don't know if that's possible. So some of the greatest music ever created has come from music groups like the Beatles, the Police, AC/DC, Pink Floyd, and Coldplay. The Beatles hold the Guinness World Record for the biggest all-time sales for a band. You simply cannot deny how iconic the Beatles were and still are. Pink Floyd and AC/DC are also recognized as two of the highest-selling bands in history. These successful bands have truly changed the game for music and have set the expectations for excellence for up-and-coming bands.
Your band?
Coldplay.
That's a good one. I can't disagree with that one. I love Coldplay, I love One Republic, I like The Fray, but for this one I picked X Ambassadors. I mean, come on. Really, when you listen to their songs, you get a sense of adventure, not just because they were in that Jeep commercial.
Oh my goodness.
But I mean, like one of their songs, Free and Lonely.
Never heard it, but.
Listen to it.
Well, I feel like I was thinking about this earlier. Coldplay, I have never in my life heard someone say, like, Coldplay is bad. I've literally never heard, like, I've never heard those words come out of someone's mouth. Be like, oh, Coldplay is, like, really bad.
I won't disagree with you.
Because I don't think anybody thinks that. Like, I think that they consistently come out with high-quality music.
Not even their newest music. Their old music is still relevant today. I will agree with you.
That is so true.
I will agree.
Their old music, you still hear it today.
I concede my point.
That is when you know that a band is successful and good. That's when you know. When we come back, we have this week's selfie video in the first ever edition of Q30 Karaoke.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's 9:30 Eastern, and you know what that means. Sports Pause is on the air.
Left ball played up the middle. Emmanuel with a little cheat off the pipe. Preseason just boils down to going after another national championship and not necessarily focusing on the one before.
MJ, it is time for our favorite part of the show. It's the top 5 plays of the week, brought to you by B&D Deli, home of the Q-Dog.
Let's talk about the first play you want to break down.
Yeah, let's break it down right away.
But the one name I'm going to throw out there is a freshman, Mika Maples.
All this and more.
Coming up on the Q30 Newscast.
This week, we asked Q30 members to humiliate themselves or show off their singing skills by playing Q30 karaoke.
Let's see how they perform. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right here?
Oh, baby, baby, I shouldn't have let you go. And now you're out of sight, yeah.
Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know. Oh!
My loneliness is killing me.
Oh, baby, baby, oh, yeah, yeah.
I must confess, I still believe.
When I'm not with you, I lose my mind.
Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Speaking of karaoke, we asked Q30 members what their go-to karaoke song is.
Let's see what they had to say.
Hey, hashtag MJ here from Sports Pause. I'm a big karaoke guy, specifically in the car, and I'm also a big Billy Joel guy. Piano Man, We Didn't Start the Fire, the list goes on, but my favorite song to do karaoke to, definitely Only the Good Die Young, Billy Joel, absolute classic.
Hey, hashtag Kyle here, and my favorite song is Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. Good for any time, when you're feeling good, when you're feeling bad. Best song ever.
Hey, hashtag, it's Carrie from the Newscast.
I'm Paul Caraccello, formerly of Sports Pause.
And my favorite song to do karaoke to is Bye 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 by NSYNC.
Carrie, can't argue that one, but I love Bust a Move, Young MC.
John? Hey guys, what are we doing? Is this
Selfie
a
video.
famous
Selfie
hashtag
video.
selfie video? What's
It
the
is.
topic?
It is, John Franklin.
Favorite karaoke song?
Oh, easy. My favorite karaoke song, Man, I Feel Like a Woman by Shania Twain.
Perfect.
Hi, it's Alex, and I've never done karaoke before, but if I did, my go-to song would have to be I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys.
Hey guys, it's Brooke. My favorite song to sing karaoke to is probably any Taylor Swift song. Nothing in particular, but especially her old stuff before she started doing more pop, so mostly the country stuff.
So for karaoke, my favorite song to do would be something from the 90s, preferably Backstreet Boys, maybe Everybody Backstreet's Back. It's such a crowd pleaser, everybody knows the words and gets people all nostalgic, so that would probably be my choice.
That is all for this semester's first episode of Hashtag That. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at #ThatQU for the latest updates.
And you can find every episode online at Q30television.com. Thanks for watching and see you next week.